What does it take for business? What keep people scared? Two things. You may have to learn finances and learn all these different things about how business operates. But to start a business, sacrifice, hard work. Two things. Sacrifice, hard work. Are you willing to cut back? Are you willing to, if you have a job in the meantime, are you willing to take less pay but more freedom of time? Because see, freedom of time is priceless. Freedom of time to move around and do what you need to do is priceless. Because if you work in 12, 14-hour days, 15-hour days, you're not going to have the free time. You're not going to have the energy. You don't have to really, really pull from somewhere to do it. And if you're doing that every day and I don't have an off day, oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So sacrifice, hard work. People think of giving it all to earn a paycheck under somebody else's name and ownership. If you give 60% of what you're giving your all to for someone else's dream, vision, or business, man, you're a quarter way up that hill, man, to building your own thing. It just takes sacrifice and hard work. And I think a lot of people give themselves hurdles. They don't think they had a brain to do it. They don't think they have the energy to do it, the time. They make all the excuses in the world. I'll tell you about a man I met once. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Man, I worked in law. I was a head legal assistant for a bankruptcy law firm, so I did petition work for people filing bankruptcy. Man came in, we go through the process of the paperwork and everything. Tells me he has a window cleaning and window repair and window placement business. It's like, cool, okay, brother. I'm like, right on, man. He told me, he's on the south side, not far from the neighborhood I grew up in. I was like, well, that's what's up. So, putting the information in the computer, all his bills, what have you. Print the petition, pull it out, spin it around, telling him to read over this. And then when we get done, we're going to go here, you're going to sign here, you're going to sign here, and then you'll sign here. And then I'll have an attorney come in and speak with you and explain everything, what's going to go as far as going forward in court proceedings and trustee office, things of that nature. The man paused. And he looked at me. And the look he gave me, and this man, who was clearly probably 40 years older than me at the time, I was only maybe 17, 18. The look he gave me was such a look of defeat. I felt it before he even told me why he was looking at me like that. He told me he couldn't read and write. Told me he couldn't read and write. Once he told me the name of his business, this was, like I said, late 90s before the internet was booming. So you wasn't always able to quickly look up things. You had to go find out a phone book or something of that nature. We didn't have search engines like we do now. I went on the south side, drove by, saw this man's business. I already knew what kind of money he was bringing in from his business, and he just fell on a hard time with some funerals he had to take care of, and life happens. You take care of responsibilities of your family and loved ones, and your bills fall a little bit. It happens. It happens to the biggest of people, the tiniest of people. It happens. This man had a successful business, couldn't even read and write. Sacrifice, hard work, sacrifice, hard work, sacrifice, hard work. All he did was do a craft that he learned. He didn't know how to look at a ruler for measurements of windows, but he told me he couldn't read and write. Now, here I'm sitting, a 17, 18-year-old young man, and I had to tell this man, hold your head up, because you're still a success.